Hi, and welcome to Three Questions with. Got my longtime friend Kat Blake with us. Kat is a divorce coach. Kat, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here.
So, Kat, we have to start there. What is a divorce coach?
So you are not the first person to ask that question. Divorce coaching in general is a relatively new field. There is one training program that will, on the other end, you're a certified divorce coach and you're trained in the legal process of divorce. There's many more of us out there now, but I would say, it's still relatively low. We're still looking at about 350 across the world. Basically, what a divorce coach does, we all come at it from different strengths and different perspectives. I come at it from a therapy background. I'm a trained licensed therapist. So my job is really to work through the emotions to help you, like you're dealing with the emotional aspects with me to help you make good logical decisions when you're picking your legal representative and when you're doing the legal process of divorce.
That makes sense to me, Kat, because, we all mean well. We have a friend going through a divorce and we tell him what to do, or maybe you were divorced, like, well, when I got divorced, this is what I did. Again, our heart's in the right place, but we may not be just giving them the best advice. Just because that
Right.
worked for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Every single divorce, I've worked with hundreds now, completely different. It's unique. There's information about every couple that you don't know that's not necessarily on the table. There's information about finances that both parties might not know. So you cannot assume ever that your divorce is going to go the same way. So that is number one. Number two, by the way, I will say, and I'm saying this as a therapist by training, therapists also well-meaning, but they often come in and a therapist's job is really to support you where you're at and be ego supportive. So they will sit there and they will listen about how awful your ex is. And sometimes that encourages the client or the patient to leave, call the attorney, stir the pot with their attorney, and create more legal trouble and pay more legal fees. So the difference between a therapist and a coach is we're really trying to help you, number one, have realistic expectations of what you're going to get in your divorce process, but also two, like leave the ego and the emotions outside of the court system, because the court system is not where you're going to find redemption, revenge, none of those things that people think they're going to get in their divorce.
Yep. Well, one of the things you commented on, Kat, that I think is super important is the emotions behind it. Again, maybe you've been married for a longer period of time and all of a sudden something ended, and especially if you didn't want it to, or you're angry that it did. You got to get to those emotions so you can find a way to remain calm and deal with it logically, not just, oh my God, he was 7 minutes late picking up the kids. Let's take him back to court. You don't want to do stuff like that, right?
Right. No, you don't, because at the end of the day, so here's the thing. There's a lot of repeat offenders that are in and out of the divorce court system, and they go in front of the judge for situations like you're explaining right now. It costs $5,000 for an attorney to go to court. That's a typical retainer in the state of Massachusetts. And when people are running on emotions, they're literally spending their children's college tuition all based on emotion, not logic at all, and definitely not in their child's best interest.
Absolutely. So, Kat, what's involved in a session with you? So someone's unfortunately going through a divorce, they need that guidance. What's a typical session like?
Well, every case is a little different. I educate people to the legal system. Sometimes I'm helping people choose the right attorney for them in the right price range for them. Sometimes I'm helping them bring on other professionals. Maybe we have to consult with a real estate professional or agent. Maybe we need to consult with a financial advisor, a business evaluator. So we're creating a team of people around you as you get through your process. Then there's a system that I'm working on with my clients. A lot of it is based on something called NLP or mindset. We want to make sure that you're thinking about the process in a helpful way, because that's also going to determine how you're going to feel about it and how you're going to behave around it. So I do a lot of mindset coaching. Often people who are triggered or having a lot of emotions through their divorce, they have a past history of trauma, and it's getting re-triggered as they go through their divorce process, or maybe their own parents divorced and it was not a pleasant experience. So we really try to, we dip in the past only briefly so we can understand how it's impacting today. But really our goal is to get you to your star. It's to get you so you are thriving post-divorce. You're having the co-parenting relationship you want. And you could look back at your divorce and say, I took the high road and I did the best I could do, because you never want to look back at your divorce process feeling guilty, shameful. It's going to impact how you co-parent and your future moving forward.
So one of the big things you do then, Kat, is manage expectations. Like we talked about this before, like something happens, you think, oh, I can't wait to get in front of the judge because the judge is gonna be upset with him or her because they did that.
Yes.
Expectations is a big piece of this, right?
It's huge. And by the way, attorneys sometimes don't help with the situation either. There's certain attorneys, I'm not naming names. Sometimes attorneys will tell clients that they are going to win or get things in their divorce process that actually are not reality based. And sometimes they're doing that to stir the emotions and cause legal fee hours, so to speak. But at the end of the day, the state of Massachusetts looks at divorces if you're breaking up a business. So they want to know how they're going to divvy up assets on an equal distribution, we call it. And we're looking at a parenting plan. If there's anything less than, and for good or bad, if there's anything less than concrete documented physical abuse or concrete documented substance abuse, the judge is going to look at you and say, we need to come up with a co-parenting plan where you're sharing the children. So let's do that.
So Kat, what's the best way for people to reach out to you if they have questions?
So you can reach out through my website. It's kat@katblakecdc.com. And CDC stands for Certified Divorce Coach. Some people follow me on Facebook. On my personal page, it's Catharine Blake, CATHARINE. And so I'm always putting out free information, videos, answering people's questions, getting on shows like this, because I do want to educate people that there is a positive way to get through divorce. That is really my goal.
Awesome.
And if you get through your divorce in a positive way, you're also impacting your children in a positive way. Divorce does not damage children. It's how the parents manage the divorce that can damage the children.
It's a nice way to end the segment, my friend. Thanks for taking a few minutes to come on the show. As always.
Thank you so much.
Bye now.
Take care. Bye.